Jean-Paul Sartre, who I admired as a teenager because I was interested in philosophy. When I grew up on a farm in Israel, I used to collect eggs every afternoon, and I would drive the tractor to the hills of our village and just think about philosophy, read philosophy books. And Jean-Paul Sartre was one of my favorite. And he was honored with the Nobel Prize in Literature. Mm-hmm. He was a philosopher primarily, existentialist. And he said, the hell with it. Why should I give special attention to this committee of people that get their self-importance from awarding me the prize? Like, yes. What's why does that merit my attention?
Yes.
So he gave up on the Nobel Prize. And there are two benefits to that. One, that you're not working your entire life in the direction that would satisfy the will of other people. Mm-hmm. You work independently. You're not after these honors. Just for the same reason that if you're not living your life for making a profit or money, you can live a more fulfilling life because you're not being swayed by the wind, of how to make money and so forth. The second aspect of it is, that very often, these prizes, they distort the way we do science, because instead of people willing to take risks, and instead of having announcements only after a group of people converges with a definite result, the natural progression of science is based on trial and error, so reporting some results, and perhaps they're wrong, but then other people find perhaps better evidence, and then you figure out what's going on. And that's the natural way that science is, it's a learning experience. Yeah. So if you give the public an image by which scientists are always right, and some of my colleagues say we must do that, because otherwise the public will never believe us that global warming is really taking place.
Right.
But that's not true, because the public will really believe you if you show the evidence.
Yes.
So the point is, you should be sincere when the evidence is not absolutely clear, or where there are disputes about the interpretation of the evidence. We should show ourselves. Yes. The king is naked. Okay, there is no point in pretending that the king is dressed.
Yes.
Saying that scientists are always right. Scientists are wrong.
Yes.
Frequently. Yes. And the only way to make progress is by evidence, giving us the support that we need to make airtight arguments. So when you say global warming is taking place, if the evidence is fully supportive, if there are no holes in the argument, then people will be convinced, because you're not trying to fool them. When the evidence was not complete, you also show them that the evidence is not complete.
Yeah, and when there's holes, you show that there's holes, and here's the methodology we're using to try to close those holes.
Exactly. Let's be sincere. Why pretend? So if there were in a world where there were no prizes, no honors, we would act like kids, as I said before. We would really be focusing on the ball and not on the audience.